Listen, the only thing that you have to master is number one, high volume, slow build up meme coins and high volume, fast build up meme coins. If you understand how to trade these meme coins, you guys are going to definitely make $1 million trading meme coins. Believe you me. This is obviously the perfect opportunity for us to start a meme coin trenching because Solana is definitely back. So a few days ago, I told you exactly and at what price you were supposed to buy back Solana. Obviously, going back a few weeks and months ago, right? I told you that I was going to be exiting my Solana trades, and for the most part, I wasn't really actively keeping my money in Solana because I knew we were going to experience a market dump. And 4 days ago, precisely on my YouTube channel, I told you to put bids between $95 all the way to $90. So at this particular point, right? I really do not expect anybody not to have bought back when the price of Solana was extremely cheap, because right now we're going to have a lot of opportunities. We're going to have a lot of meme coin trading opportunities, and you're supposed to get back on your daily grind. So if you guys forgot about trenching and if you guys have lost hope in trenching, this is when a lot of meme coin millionaires are going to be making money. So in today's episode, I will be breaking down the market structures of two different types of meme coins that you're supposed to be looking at. And I have extensively explained on my YouTube channel the type of filters that you're supposed to be using in order for you to get exposure to high volume meme coins and slow build up high volume type of meme coins. So these two types of meme coins are what you're going to be trading for the most part. So remember, slow build up high volume meme coins and high volume fast build up type of meme coins. If you guys master what I'm talking about, you guys are going to end up making a lot of money in the next 3 months. Watch the entire episode because we are going to be talking about the market structure that really makes everybody meme coin millionaires. So follow through to the very end and let's get into it. It's about to get a little bit technical, so ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me. Anyhow, these are the formulas as far as the high volume fast build up is concerned. In case you guys are wondering, right, the 50,000 US dollars is just basically the graduation threshold. So I am approximating the number. So as it stands today, it's around 49,168. I'm just approximating it to a very good round off figure, which is 50,000 US dollars. So remember, the 50,000 US dollars is just basically the graduation threshold that you guys are going to be researching each and every day, because this is the only reason you're going to have the proper formula. So please take 1 minute, or rather 30 seconds, screenshot the formulas right over here, and then go to your Axiom Pro and configure it when it comes to your pulse. So when it comes to your final stretch, this is basically where you're going to be putting these filters right over here. So let me show you the formulas as far as the high volume fast build up is concerned. Minimum is 1 minute, maximum 3 minutes when it comes to high volume fast build up. And when it comes to the slow build up high volume type of play, the minimum minute is 20, then the maximum is around 60 minutes. So the biggest difference between the slow build up and the fast build up is obviously the time aspect. Time has got a very big part to play when it comes to these trades. So now that you guys understand the formulas, you understand where we're coming from, you understand where the numbers are coming from, now let's jump into the market structures, because the market structures is definitely what is going to keep you on your toes, and you have to understand and visualize what you're going to be dealing with. So what we're going to start with is the high volume fast build up. So when it comes to high volume fast build up, the market structure is basically going to be ultra bullish, and you're most likely going to be able to have a reaccumulation zone which is going to be way significantly higher than the starting market cap. So obviously it's going to most likely have a reaccumulation phase between 100,000 US dollars, 100K, all the way up to 500K. Okay, the reason this is very important is so that you guys understand and not get scared, because when you see a fast build up type of high volume type of play, right, obviously the figures and your entries are going to be higher because it's just coming in with so much volume. And in order for you to like participate, you have to understand that, okay, I'm playing with a higher market cap and these numbers are going to be in this particular range. So when you have a high volume fast build up type of play, make sure to enter within a range of around 100,000 US dollars to around 500,000 US dollars market cap. So do not get scared or worried when you see these figures. Okay, so the most important structures that you're going to be dealing with is obviously the reaccumulation zone, because there are going to be fewer opportunities where the price is definitely going to have like a downtrend for the most part. For example, you've got your higher highs and higher lows structure. So you've got your higher high and higher low structure, right? So in the beginning, and remember, one thing that is setting up the high volume fast build up, apart from the high volume slow build up, is the aspect of time. So during a 3 minute time frame, you're obviously not going to see like crazy market structure. What you're just going to see is an explosive move to the upside, boom boom boom, and it continues going up. So what you're supposed to do within the 3 minute time frame is supposed to analyze the structure. And remember the time frame that you're trading with. I have extensively talked about this for a long period of time. So the time frames that you're going to be using are obviously going to be 3 minutes, even 1 minute. Okay, and you're also going to be using 15 seconds to find your entries, and you're going to be using 5 seconds to execute. So your 5 seconds is your execution time frame, your 15-second is your counter trend time frame. Okay, counter trend time frame, and your 3 minutes is going to be your overall trend. Okay, so using the triple screen trading methodology that I have extensively talked about 1,000 times on my YouTube channel, I'm not going to go into this entry methodology. Do your due diligence. Okay, so when you see such a high momentum build up, it's highly likely that it's going to do very well. Coins that performed like this are, for example, do you remember Donald Trump? Trump token. It was very explosive. So whenever you see this type of play, there's very little chance that you guys are going to have like enough time to like do your proper due diligence, because when you start looking at the community, you start looking at other different types of due diligence, you guys are just basically going to run out of time, and by the time you guys are going to realize, the price is obviously going to be 30 million US dollars in terms of its market cap. So you have to get good at what do you call this, reaccumulation. Okay, figure out how to use reaccumulation Wyckoff methodology. So what you're going to also look out for is the VWAP entry methods, because sometimes the reaccumulation structure right over here could get a little bit dicey. You do not really know whether, okay, this is the end of the trend and we're going to end up going down. So you have to understand, but due to the fact that you are using a very minimal time frame and a fast build up type of play, you've got no time to like really snooze. So mind you, this formula is only going to be giving you few plays once in a while. So it's very important for you to have multiple trading screens or multiple monitors or multiple laptops. Okay, so just like you have different trading strategies, right? Use different setups, use different laptops, screens, monitors. As a memecoin trader, right, you're supposed to have at least more than 4 different monitors. So have one monitor catering for the high volume, another monitor catering for the slow build up high volume, so that you can have many opportunities and you understand when to use what type of strategy. The reason this is very important is most of the times people lose out on opportunities because they are trying to use a slow build up trading methodology when it comes to a high volume fast build up methodology. So each and every type of meme coin needs to be addressed differently. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why I've been talking about Wyckoff schematic, and most likely you're going to have an entry during the reaccumulation because you saw this coin in less than 3 minutes of it being created. So you know it's game time. Okay, so figure out when to enter. Sometimes it might give you an opportunity at 100,000 US dollars. Maybe it might be 250,000 US dollars because it's like a psychological level etc, but you already understand. So for the most part, when it comes to the fast build up market structure, this is probably what you're going to see. You're just going to see higher highs, higher lows, and you're most likely going to enter during the reaccumulation phase before the price explodes towards the upside. Okay, now that you guys understand the high volume fast build up, now let's talk about the high volume slow build up. So when it comes to the high volume slow build up, what you're going to see is a market structure like this. Okay, market structure, boom, you've got a reaccumulation, or rather a redistribution. Price drops, does something like that, comes back and retraces to some sort of level right over here, and then finds support, and then picks up on the volume, continues going high, and finally breaks the previous structure right over here, finds support, and continues going towards the upside. This particular graph is not really that accurate. But the most important point that you need to get is number one, when it redistributes for 1 minute, right, or rather for a specific period of time, is gonna retrace and retest the previous distribution blocks right over here. There's gonna be a point when the distribution blocks are going to be retested. Okay, so the other thing that can happen is the price could even go back below 50,000 US dollars. It can even go back to 10,000 US dollars. But at some point, there's going to be a build up in volume, and there's going to be a continuation towards the upside. And the best entry in this particular case is once you figure out that these the higher lows are finding support and they're being retested, right? These levels where you've got order blocks, you continue observing them, and you gradually see an uptick in volume and a change in market structure. So at some point, right, the price is obviously going to turn from a bearish level. By bearish, I mean lower lows and lower highs, because at this particular instance, you're having higher highs and higher lows. So when the market structure breaks at some point after distribution right over here, right, you're going to have like a downtrend. You're going to end up having lower highs and lower lows. Okay, lower highs and lower lows. That means the structure has broken. So once the structure breaks, all you have to do is wait for the price to regain its upside momentum. So look forward to the structure forming the higher highs and the higher lows, and eventually it is going to come back to the previous all-time high. So this level right over here is going to be the all-time high. So this is the level that you're supposed to pay particular attention to, the previous all-time high. Once the market structure gets back to forming a bullish structure, now look forward to the all-time high, because the all-time high is what's going to allow you to make that informed decision, saying, okay, it's not going to end up rag pulling and just basically dropping to infinity. This has been a rag pull and your money is gone. Capiche? Zero, nil, zilch, nada, nothing. You've got nothing remaining. So you do not want that. So the only way you can avoid a rag pull when you're trading a high volume slow build up type of play is you wait for the price to go to the previous all-time high and use it as support. So once this structure continues being bullish, it's going to break the previous all-time high, and at some point it's going to use it as support and continue forming another structure towards the upside and continue going up. So your objective is to understand when the bullish continuation cycle resumes. And you can use the VWAP, you can use market structure, you can use previous resistance, support, etc. But the most telltale sign is going to be the all-time high. Once you figure this out, there's no way you can lose. And this is one of the reasons why, ladies and gentlemen, use the link in the description box below, because Axiom Pro has got the best trading setups. You can easily find a lot of good opportunities. We have the Twitter tracker right over here. We've got a wallet tracker. You've got sniper number count. There's a lot of different ways that you can configure the filters and basically be able to have access to information that a lot of people do not have. So you've got a very good advantage in comparison to bullx and also other platforms such as Photon, etc. And this is one of the reasons why I really love trading on Axiom Pro. Now that you've got Axiom Pro, take a look at this. I've got Sniperoo. Sniperoo helps me protect my profits. Let me explain. So I usually use a trading stop loss. So if you're just going to be using Axiom Pro, right, without Sniperoo, there's a high chance that you're going to get rug pulled. The reason why you never get rug pulled using Sniperoo is due to the fact that you've got a trailing stop loss. A trailing stop loss secures your profits. So you can have a 30% trailing stop loss, a 60% trailing stop loss, and so on and so forth. So this is very important because remember, we're in this game for us to make money. We do not want to lose any money. We are not departing with our money, and we do not want our money to be rug pulled. So when you have a trailing stop loss, it's going to help you, like secure your money. Moreover, there are many advanced auto sell features on Sniperoo, and this is one of the reasons why it's very important for you to go through the basics and incorporate your trades using Sniperoo. So the ultimate secret is trading on Axiom Pro and also utilizing Sniperoo. Once you sort of use the link in the description, by the way, it's a referral link, so if you use it, I'm definitely going to benefit a little bit. Big shout out to you for like helping a brother out and helping me keep this show going. That's the one of the many ways that you guys can obviously help me make a little bit of some passive income. So please check out the link in the description. I'm going to give you the best fees, the lowest transaction fees, etc. So once you get your Axiom Pro, make sure you've got Sniperoo. Plug it in on your browser. As you can see right over here, this is my Sniperoo. It's connected to my browser, so anywhere that I go, I have access to Sniperoo and I can basically snipe. So Sniperoo is a sniping trading bot incorporated on Axiom, on bullx, even on Twitter. If I go on Twitter today, right, and I see a very good contract address, maybe Elon Musk post a contract address using Sniperoo, I'm going to be able to like outperform you. Okay, so let's just basically go for any CA, any contract address, and we search for any random contract address on Twitter. So do we have any contract? Yeah, so do you see this one? There's a contract address right over here, and automatically I am able to purchase using Sniperoo. So this interface right over here allows me to get in anywhere on social media as long as I'm using Brave browser or whatever. If you're using Chrome, Mozilla, whatever, it helps you snipe. And instead of you copying, because the natural way would be for you to copy the contract address, then go to Axiom Pro, then search for it, search for a CA, and then you simply paste it in. This is time wasting. With Sniperoo, you can just basically look at the contract address, boom, you already have it, you're able to purchase it. So it's very useful on Discord, on Twitter, on Reddit, and any other platform that you guys might be having exposure to different contract addresses. Sometimes you might be following influencers and they know that they're going to be sort of publishing a CA at a specific period of time frame. So when they do that, you are easily able to snipe the coins without you copying and doing all that stuff. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, look, you guys need to use Sniperoo. There's no way you can be trading meme coins without using Sniperoo and Axiom Trade. So remember, a carpenter is only as good as his tools, and this is one of the reasons why I am giving you the best tools, the best theories behind why certain things happen, and you guys have to only utilize the knowledge that you have, and you're supposed to execute. So I want you to go out there and definitely execute. Class dismissed. You guys are welcome. This is very good groundbreaking stuff. I hope you understand the theory behind all these different trading methodologies. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So now let me know, where would you go wrong with how I've broken down the market structures? Where would you honestly go wrong? Use these methods that I'm teaching you on a daily basis. Make sure you understand your risk factors, and make sure you understand how to use the right amount of liquidity when positioning yourselves into these different trades. It's pretty easy. All you got to do is trade at the right times and be very consistent. This is our chance to make a lot of money in the trenches, and I'm definitely going to be guiding you all the way to the bank until you guys make a whole lot of money. I'm not really playing this time around, and I'm really dedicated to really giving you the right blueprint. This information, you're not really going to get it anywhere, and this is the information that really changes your trading trajectory. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, and make sure you check out next episode.